Talking Dolphins, Rod. Um, let's get into it. I said it at the start, right? There was a joint training camp session with the New York Giants. Obviously, the Miami Dolphins are going to be playing the New York Giants as their week two preseason week two opponent.
Right.
Um, but they say the Giants got the best of them Dolphins, dog. What's up with that, dog? What's up with that? Talk, talk about your fins, man. Talk about them.
Well, here's the thing, Herbie. One thing that really stands out when I was, looking up everything that happened in training camp today, and really this past week, but especially today, Herbie. And it's funny because the older head Dolphin fans, the old school people, they don't like hearing about the fights, and I get it. These guys are supposed to be professionals, despite how, aggressive a sport football is. You still expect guys to keep their composure. But Herbie, I will say this: I was at least happy to hear that the Dolphins had some fight in them, right? Because it from basically when I kind of put the sum of all the reports together, it seems like the Dolphins were being bullied, particularly the Dolphins offense against the Giants defense. And like for example, Abdul Carter decided to swing at Patrick Paul, which kind of tells me that must have been a rep that he won, because why else would you do that, right? Because Patrick Paul is the type, he's a shit talker. He likes to get under people's skin. I like that. But Herbie, for the most part, based on what I was reading, a couple of footage I've seen, um, at the end of the day, man, the Dolphins' offensive line was struggling badly in pass protection, especially after Austin Jackson went out, because Austin Jackson, Herbie, he stole somebody, man. Like Austin Jackson gave somebody a clean right, and they took him out. They took him out for a while, and then his punishment was rescinded because Caden Wallace got in the lineup, and they were getting destroyed by the likes of Abdul Carter and Shelby Harris and Brian Burns. So, I mean, Jesus, man, Malik Willis was sacked 7 times, right? So, but according to some of the trusted sources that I tune into, which many other Dolphins fans do, Malik Willis at the very least, Herbie, looked impressive with the ball in his hands when he was trying to escape pressure and make things happen. But at the end of the day, there wasn't a lot of help going on with him, right? The Giants D line was shutting down our offensive line, so we weren't able to run as effectively. On play action, there was a bunch of times where free runners were coming at Malik. So, Herbie, the Dolphins have a lot of things to clean up. I'm not hitting the panic button, because what am I panicking for? We all know that this is a transition year, a rebuilding year, and we're just trying to get a scope of what everything is that's going on. But for the most part, Herbie, I think the Dolphins could use something like this. Sometimes, Herbie, it's good to get punched in the mouth and to be reminded where you stand, right? Because now going into the season, you won't be shocked, you won't be surprised. So overall, though, I mean, it's just training camp at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's just training camp, right? And again, training camp is hard. Training camp is it's hard to gauge training camp because everybody is doing something different. Everybody are working on different things. You're working on fine tuning things. You might do something in training camp that you might never do in the actual season. It's data collection at the end of the day. So it's hard to know what and what not to put stock when it comes to training camp, right? So and the reason why a lot of Dolphin fans seem disappointed in regards to the showing that the Dolphins had today is because of what the such a positive showing that the guys had this past Friday, right? So I know we did our episode before the game, so we didn't never got an actual chance to recap. But the there was a lot of positive momentum that the Miami Dolphins built coming off of weeks one, right?
Yep.
And you want to build upon the momentum. You want to stack wins together, but sometimes you stumble, man. It's cool, bruh. It's
That's just
cool.
the way it
It's
is.
cool. Training camp. I put no stock in training camp. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I put no stock in preseason. I use preseason to judge attributes. I use preseason to judge. All right, do these people look like they belong?
Right.
And that's why I want to go back to preseason week one because there's two things that I saw and two players in particular that I want to talk about. One is Caden Proctor. Two is Malik Willis. Short answer, we could talk for Caden Proctor. I don't know what you if you have any thoughts that you want to add on. But I went and watched a whole all 22 cut up of Caden Proctor. He looks like he is a professional offensive lineman. That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see.
Right.
And the other guy that I wanted to see if he looks like he belongs, we've already seen it. He's been a professional football player for a couple years now, but he's going to be a true number one starting quarterback. And his name is Malik Willis, right? So let me go ahead and get this up right now. And I want to show the people who are in the chat right now what I saw and what is giving me optimism about this Miami Dolphins season, regardless of what happened today. This is Malik Willis. This is the game against the Commanders. And I saw something that I have not seen a Miami Dolphins quarterback do in 5 years, dog. Have arm strength, bruh. Look at this. Look at this, dog.
Huge.
Man, Tua would throw his back out trying to throw that pass, dog.
and the catch, bro. Shout out to Caleb Douglas, bro.
Shout out to Caleb Douglas. Look at the velocity. Look at the zip. Look at the fact that you have access to the entire field again. You have not had that from your quarterback position in at minimum 3 years, right? The entire field is open now.
Yep.
Look at that. Zip. I can hear it. That game was last week.
Bro, he has a cannon. He has a cannon.
Look at this. Your quarterback has mobility and is outrunning people? I haven't seen this in a Dolphin uniform in 5 years, dog. I haven't seen that in 5 years. That's all I care about, dog. That's all I care about. That's what I care about. I care about the position having such a drastic upgrade in talent. And we'll get to Tua in a moment or two, because obviously that's the crux of this episode. But it is night and day, dog. I don't care how bad Malik Willis is. He's aesthetically pleasing. Tua was an eyesore, dog. He was an eyesore to watch. An eyesore.
Especially the last couple of years, man.
You guys have legitimate juice now. There's juice at the position. That's what I'm here for. Yes, it's going to be ups and downs in training camp. You're going to have ups and downs in joint practices, blah, blah, blah. How do you know your players are even completely engaged? Like, you could just I don't really care. It's training camp. I'm just trying not to get hurt, right? Like, don't worry about all that crap, dog. Worry about what's on the field. And what is on the field is you have a quarterback that has access to the entire field. And that hasn't been like this in South Florida in 5 years, dog. 5 years, Rod. Go ahead, Rod.
No, Herbie, I mean, to your point. Oh, and shout out to Rashad, man.
Shad, stick around. We got some talking to do about your team. Stick around, big dog. You're going to want to stay for this one, fam. But go on, Rod.
But you know what, Herbie, man? The one thing I love, listen, that preseason game to 7-up, Herbie, was the first drive was what fans wanted to see. The rest of the game was a wash because we realized, considering where we are as a team, we have absolutely zero depth. So, Herbie, if the Dolphins accrue any number of injuries, this team with already a low ceiling is going to be even lower, right? Yeah. Because we have nobody to pick up the slack behind the guys that we have. But what I can say is that the starters showed promise. There was a still that I saw on one of the passing plays, Herbie, where you have all the linemen blocking, and Malik Willis just has the entire, he has time to actually go through his reads.
To go through his progressions and stuff.
You know what I mean? And here's the thing, Herbie, there have been obvious improvements in some of the guys. Like Jonas Savaiinae on the right side has been much, much better than he was last year as a rookie on the left side, right? Like you alluded to earlier, Caden Proctor looks like he belongs already, right? And he hasn't even played real game reps yet. And Aaron Brewer is a beast. So, it's really the tackles, Herbie, that we got to start thinking about. And today, guys, just to give it perspective, you're going up against a Giants D-line that is going to wreck a lot of offensive lines.
Think about this. They have Abdul Carter. They have Brian Burns. Brian Burns had 16 sacks last year, guys. I get it.
Nasty.
They have a lot of talent on that D-line. And then I forgot the rookie, but the rookie is really good too. I can't remember his name, but they have a lot of athleticism and they have a lot of different ways to attack you. So the Giants are going to make a lot of people look crazy on the offensive line, right? So that's why I say let's not put too much stock in it.